Hi all, welcome back to my second tutorial. This time we're going to go for the gold silver split. It's a 22 by 18 again, just quite a small canvas this time, just to explain how we try to do this method. Like every canvas I do is different, it's all bespoke. So I've marked 2 marks on the canvas roughly to try and get the split of the gold and the red. I've explained in the last short video the products I've used and the mix and the consistencies to save a bit of time. Hope you see that first before you watch this. So again, it's a 22 by 18, a split. Also, we're just trying to get symmetrical. Nothing has to be symmetrical, so just try and get a rough split, and you'll see when we put the red veins and the gold in the middle, we can hide any defects, or if there's more gold this side or more red this side. Do not worry about that, because we'll put the split in the veins, the gold veins, which you'll see, to try and hide any defects. But every canvas is different, doesn't matter if there's more gold, more silver, whatever you think's nice. So we're going to go for the gold this side, red this side, and we're going to put some nice veins when we're finished setting the red and gold. So don't worry about that, we'll just get it in first and we'll go from there. So as you can see, I've mixed up all the whites again, and you'll see the consistency in the last short video I show you. And so my paint's all ready. We're going to go for 2 and 2. These are 500ml cups. Again, we're probably going to go with 3/4 on each and try and evenly get it spread out. Both with cells this time. We've added oil. Just 1 drop of oil in each mix. That's very important. So don't overdo the oil. Small oil will get you bigger cells. Right, let's get mixing. So first we'll add the whites. And again, go with about half at first. Waste any white, very expensive. So there'll be a lot more tutorials coming up, guys. We put it out there on the Facebook to see what everyone wanted. Everyone seemed to want to look at this one first, but whatever you want, we can show you. Happy to show you and happy to answer any questions. So this is just methods I use, just something different for you to try. Say art's all about the individual. It's ever what you like. So I hope you can see consistency there. So it's like a real thick yogurt. That's really quite important on a 50-50 mix. So the PBO range is number 41, high velocity. Very important, the high velocity. Runs nice and fast and also nice and shiny. Again, try not to waste any. We're going to mix up a little bit more white. As we speak. Just feel there's not enough white at the moment. So again, 100ml with the number 41. So a 50-50 mix we want. Really important to make sure it's properly mixed. And again, probably these are 5 ml squirts of water, and I'll probably go for 10 mils. We should bring it perfect. So I've just been doing this such a long time now that I just know the mix is right. Really important. Just take your time getting the mix right. Obviously I go fast. I'm just used to getting the mix and know what quantities work. And again, like a thick yogurt. Just going to add a bit more to these a little bit. Obviously the quantity's going to come up again because we're adding some golds and some reds. So people often ask me, they see pictures of paintings I've done and they want one, but nothing ever comes out the same, and that's a good thing about it. Everything is different, different variations of what I do. No two pieces of work are the same, and that's what makes it interesting. Well, my customers are coming to my shop. So I'm actually a hairdresser. We own our own hairdressing salon, me and my wife, called Finicky's Hair Design. And this is just something I like to do in my spare time. But I was lucky enough to be commissioned for 8 pieces. Once I was on holiday in Orlando, stayed at Universal Studios Hotel, and just happened to be speaking to the manager there as they're having a refurb, showing my work, and they ordered 8 4-foot-by-2 pieces in the golds and silvers, which sort of blew me away really. So it's amazing where you can go. Just a chat. And so some of my work you'll see if you stay at the Lowe's Royal Pacific Universal Studios Orlando. My work will be heading there very shortly. So large pieces, 4-foot-by-2s they wanted, and 8 of them. It was amazing really. So don't rush, make sure you get everything right. Okay. Now, like I say, we're going to go with gold this side and try and do some red this side. So whites, we'll add some gold first. And again, it's quite thick, the gold. And we're going to have a quite subtle gold on this side with a heavier vein of gold matching the red vein halfway through, like the one you see in the picture. But say everything's going to be different, and we'll try and do this one in the same sort of accent as the last one, but it should come out different hopefully. So I want nothing too the same. So I'm probably going to go with about, it's not a 50-50, I'm probably going to go with probably 40% gold into this one. I want it quite subtle. So again, add from height to try and drop it right the way through. That should about do, yeah? Now the richer gold, I'm just going to add a splash of that, just a tiny splash. And that will do, yeah? Can be overpowering the rich gold, the 352. Keep some golds back. You need some golds back, obviously, to get the vein in. So make sure you got some golds left back. They're ready mixed to go. Now we've got the red, which is a Candy Mahoo, which is a very strong red. Can be overpowering. So again, about 40%. So probably not even that, probably 30% of that. So we're going to have quite a subtle red one in this one. Probably not as deep as the last one. I want it more subtle, and then I want a thick red band coming through. So I may have to mix a tad more red up. Right, make sure we keep nice and tidy. Just going to move this a little bit here. I'm just going to make a mess here when pouring. So normally I have this all sheeted up. I'm just trying to get the camera close as I can to show you guys what we do. So again, flip them up. Now, I'm going to add these ones just a slightly bit later. I want to get these going first and then add the red, so we can try and control it a bit more. Right? That's fine. So these bubbles, don't worry about them too much. So you've got your line there. So we just want to move this. You can see that? Just trying to hold it over there. Just trying to get it to sort of halfway really. So you will waste a lot of paint this method. There's your mark. So just keep moving it around until you're happy with it, guys. Again, nothing. Just trying to keep it over so you can see. And the other mark is where my thumb is now. That's fine. Set it down. Now your reds. So it's going to be quite a powerful piece, this one. That's what we want. And so we've got the marks here and here. Don't worry about this. And this will all sell up when we finish in a minute. So we've got some nice veins coming through here. And the red, striking. And again, don't worry about it bleeding too much. And make sure you're in the corners. It's going to blend a little bit, but that's fine. Don't worry about that. So you've got your marks, you can see. And again, bring it all down. So the red and the gold just go perfect together. So you're doing them one at a time like that, just let you move one quicker than another one. If you've done them all in one go, it would be just a mess everywhere. You can see that. So I'm trying to keep it in the camera as much as possible. Getting this all coming together. I say, don't worry about it blending a bit in the middle. You're just trying to create the separation of the corners. It's looking pretty good. Happy with that. So your middle is here and here roughly. It's probably not perfect, but that's what we're looking for. And you can see the cells coming already. I'm just going to mix a tad more red up as we speak. To get the veins in. Again, a bit of power medium. So we don't need too much. There's odd bubbles here, but when we get the torch going and bring some cells where we want them, That'll all be good. And that's perfect. The red. And the red, so it doesn't have to be dead straight. You don't want nothing dead straight. You want it to look non-uniform. Let's tidy this up. And with the red sometimes I find it easier to find a smaller cup. And just put a point on it. And so your mark's here. So let it run a bit. And just move it. It'll move in the painting anyway, so don't worry about the wobbles. That's fine. It will move and settle. And then we'll put a bit of gold this side. Again, just let it run off a tad. So we're happy. And just put it alongside. And then we can move it in a minute. So probably some more red. And just keep happening. Everything's different. Just keep until you're happy with it. So I like quite a nice striped red coming through the middle. I'm going to add a bit more. And this will blend as the paint's dry. This will blend into each other. And if you want more gold, you can just add more gold. And you can give it a bit of a slight move if you want. If you want to just move the red a tad. And that way it will create more interesting effects. You can move it back the other way. So the reds will blend with the gold stripe. So this once dry will create a stunning effect. And this will all blend in more and cells up. If you want more gold, add more gold. Add a bit thicker gold into the reds. So run it off first. Just trying to go through that line. So this will be quite deep, and there's some nice reds coming through there into that gold stripe, which is nice. But again, I think I'll add some more gold. Should be nice. So the gold's stunning once it's all glossed up. So we're going with quite a thick red one on this one. Just keep adding and adding until you're happy. So the red and gold striking through the middle is really nice once that separates out, and it's looking quite good. I'm just going to try and blend that in a bit, move it a bit, so we've got a bit of a bigger stripe coming through, and the gold's coming into the white, and the red will come into that white more. And again, just keep moving it until you're happy. Have a good tidy up. before we torch. But you can see the effects you can create, endless effects, and so the red and the gold is just nice together. And so you get your corners. I hope you guys are liking these tutorials. There'll be lots more coming. Anything you want me to show you, I'm more than happy. Like I say, it takes years and years to get this 100% right. So this is all taped up underneath, which is really important. Explained that in my first video. Really important to tape underneath. It gives a nice clean look, because these paintings are messy. So make sure we get all your corners. It's got to look important on the edges as well as on the top as well. So I get all my edges in first before I finish the torching. Just like to get this all set. Obviously if you torch too early, it's really important to get everything you're happy with first before you start torching. If you torch, it puts like a skin on the painting, and then as you move the painting it ripples and it's almost an in the bin job. Done that numerous times myself. So make sure you're happy with the movement, and once you've torched, try not to move too much again. Again, it puts a skin and it's just horrible. It just ruins everything. But as you can see, just scraping away the excess, and again the cells are coming now without even much work. But you could leave like this without torching and the cells will pop. If you want more cells in certain areas, I'm probably going to torch through the middle to try and get that blended a bit there. But as it dries, it will become more interesting. So I hope you can see the effect, what we've done there. So it was a two-part split, gold and red split. We've done the gold first. Got that moving first. Didn't do it. Never do it in one go. It all moves too much at one time. It's very hard to control. So as you see, move these two first, the gold, and then add the red. And it shouldn't move too much. Once your excess paint has come off, you can move the red, and that's how you get that effect. And obviously, it's really nice because sometimes the red comes through, as you can see here, to the gold, but that's fine. That's really cool. So every painting's different. But this is similar. Again, I've done this more subtle than the last one you see. I just wanted to show you, and again, you can almost see if I wanted a gold marble effect. The gold marble effect I could do is there. So like they've done the silver marble effect, again, it was probably 70-30, so 70% white to 30% golds. And the two golds I added, as you can see, the rich gold is just in the veins there, coming through. So you want two different golds, and this is the reds, obviously. But yeah, so you can create some stunning effects by doing this method. I'm just going to torch now, try and bring some cells out. Cells in this bottom bit where they're coming. Again, going to torch through the middle there. Want some movement here so it blends, and here. But it's quite nice to leave some quieter areas sometimes. here, it's quite a nice area. But I say this will just get better and better as it dries. It will bleed, the red will bleed into the white, and as you can see the gold's already bleeding into this side. Again, just pumping some cells. I'm not going to worry about this too much here, and again it will pop. So this is quite a nice area, little mini cells coming through here, and this area. And I shouldn't bother torching anymore. The cells are just going to keep coming as it dries. So I hope you like this 22 by 18 with the gold and red split with the deep veins through the middle just to separate it. Creates a really interesting piece. I hope you liked it, and so please check my YouTube channel out. It's the Moral Vlogs Disney. This is a family channel we use, but all my work is now going to go on there, and the tutorials. Anyway, hope you like this, guys. Any other questions you'd like, or any comments, please leave.